Hello again. This video is about parent events. We use Salesforce to track parent events. We do enter them separately than campaigns. The only difference is you are presenting to a group of parents all at one time. That can be through a project, that can be through a community engagement event. However, if it's just parents, we're going to use parent events for United Way purposes at this time. So the easiest way to get access to this is through the ECC Specialist app. Remember to change apps, you use these colored squares. Click on it, search ECC Specialist, and then you'll end up with this app. And again, apps are a collection of tabs that deal with this specific need. So once we're on the ECC Specialist tab, we can find the parent event or app, we can find the parent event tab. Just like any other tab, first thing you're going to see is recently viewed. However, you can click to choose all, you can sort by date or by event number, and you'll be able to see everything that's on there. In this situation, we're talking about entering a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and click new. Not many fields to choose from here. First is date and a topic and number of attended. And then the organization contact. So whatever organization you choose, I'm just choosing a random one, will actually make the contacts be a part of that. So if you choose an organization, you can't find the contact, it's because that contact is not underneath that organization and you'll need to add them or find them and move them. Type of event, we have a lot of choices here. We have community parent event, provider parent event, or parent cafes for several of our projects. Now, as you can see, these are old projects. We don't even have these anymore. So if you need something added here because your project requires people to have parent events, let me know and I will add it. In this case, I'm going to use a provider parent event. Let's just say that Anthony Broughton is actually a child care center or a Head Start or a family child care provider. That would be a provider parent event. And the number of minutes is how long your presentation lasted, and we'll say 60 minutes. Save. That is it for step one. Parent events do have a lot of steps. That's why I'm making this video. So the parent event is in there, but now we go to related. We need to know who attended, and that is under parent event attendees. And so I click new. Very nice, simple, small. We just start searching for contacts. So we're going to say that Jason, oh no, can't type, Jason MoMA attended. So it automatically puts in 3 minutes. And you might be like, why does it only put in 3 minutes? That event was 60 minutes. Here's why. Is because this is under the assumption that you had a Q&A period or a one-on-one conversation. This was the old way we actually tracked TA. We can no longer use this to track TA. That's what the next step is about. We have to do an activity log, but we're still going to record this because it is helpful in the long run to figure out how many TA minutes were actually produced from the event. Jason may have not asked us a question, but he was part of the QA, and so we're just going to use that automatic number of 3 minutes and click save. So you can actually very quickly add in all of your participants. Just remember, they need to be entered in as contacts on Salesforce before you even begin this last process. On that note, if you're working with parents, unless you ask them where they work, you will not know their organization, and we do not want you to add them to an organization unless that's where they work. For example, if you did a training at a Head Start site, you would not add them as a contact under that site. Our contacts associated with organizations are people that work with that organization. It is not people just randomly affiliated. Instead, you'd set up a household type account on their record. And I will do a separate video on setting up organizations that are households. But real quick, when you click new, you would choose household. And all it does is change the fields you have to do. There's a lot less for a household contact, by the way, but you still need to do their organization and contact. So as of this point, you've entered in them as a contact with their organization. You have entered in a parent event, and you've entered them as a parent event attendee. So that's all fine and well, but the big part of this is you typically have TA associated with that parent event. You have had one-on-one conversations with parents from that event. Now, if you're doing this in a Zoom type situation, we can count every parent, or if you have a Q&A at the end of any session, we can count every parent that attended as having TA. And so what we would do, it was basically, there's two easy ways to go about it. You can actually go to each of your related people. For example, here I am, and I can click on the contact, or you can just look them up separately, and then you add in a log a call, a TA, and we have videos about doing that. But obviously, this would be a parent contact, and that's where the tracking really comes into play. So we do record the number of parent events and event attendees, so that's critical. But then this also helps with our parent TA. So do not forget to go in and do a log a call for each parent